Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from T and J, and look where we're at now. We are a game back from the Cubs in the NL Central. Let's go over to the wild card. So we're in a tight race here. Not again. The Giants are there in the wild card. Can we play somebody else, please? In the playoffs, man, we get to play the Giants every single year. I'm so sick of playing them. And they're 5.5 back of the Dodgers. I don't know if they'll catch the Dodgers. But, man, we got to win this division, man. So we don't have to play the Giants, hopefully, in the wild card round. We got a while to the playoffs. So, I mean, it's tough, man. It's real tough because if you look at our starting pitching, man, I mean, our starting pitchers don't have a lot of wins. I mean, if you look at this, 5-6, 5-7, 8-4. Josh Hader's probably having the best year of anybody. Junior Guerra isn't really a starter for us. And then we have Zach Davies and Geronimo Reyes. So, you know what? I'm actually thinking of moving Geronimo Reyes into the bullpen a little bit. But Zach Davies, he's got a 1.12 WHIP, 2.91 ERA, and he's only 6-7. And that's, I mean, honestly, we just got to go on a streak. We got to go on a streak. We're going to get up against the Cubs. So this is going to be a swing series, man. If we can win 3 out of the 4 here, we'll step into first place with a couple game lead. It's actually a 3-game series, 3 out of the 4. So we got a kind of a tough stretch here. We go to Chicago, to St. Louis, to Cleveland, and then come home for 2 games at Cleveland, and then we play the Mets. I mean, we got a tough schedule coming up. Towards the end of the month, it does get kind of lighter. We go to Toronto, go to Cincinnati, then to Colorado at home, and then Boston at the end of the month. We have a tough August. I mean, and this month doesn't get any easier. We start with Boston again. We go at Chicago, at Colorado. And that's a hitter's park, so we better do good there. And then we play St. Louis. St. Louis you can never take lightly. Then we end with Pittsburgh and then end the season with Chicago in Milwaukee. So that could be a pivotal series to end our season. So, man, we got to do some things here. We got to do some good things here. I mean, let's just look at some of these advanced stats from a lot of these guys. So, Jorge Mateo still on the DL. Let's look at Travis Shaw real quick. So he's a guy that's progressing really well. He's only 28 still, hitting 270. And, you know, one thing I still like about Travis Shaw is that he's really, really good. His isolated power is 175. Last year was 199, which is really good for isolated power. And you know what? He doesn't strike out too much. 22% is pretty good. Orlando Arcia is actually having the best season of his career with us. He has 41 walks to 70 strikeouts. I wish that would be a little more on the walk side, but honestly, he's hitting towards the bottom of the order here. So his strikeout ratio is 19, and that's been the difference this year. Look, it's the lowest of his career, and that's why he's hitting really well this year. I mean, 257 isn't really well, but it's definitely an improvement over what he's been hitting. Asan Diaz hitting 257. He's actually hitting pretty well coming off the bench. I mean, he's hitting the same as Arcia, I mean, with a lot of less at-bats, but still something to build off of. Hernan Perez hitting 248. We do have him in that leadoff spot, but Eric Thames is fresh off the DL now, so now we have our full lineup. So we have a lineup of Eric Thames, Jock Peterson also, and Paulo Orlando. He comes off the bench. I actually like him, man. He's hitting pretty good. 254. I mean, a lot of our guys are just in the 250s. As you can see, I mean, Frankie Gutierrez is the one guy that's above everybody. But, man, we're going to be looking to turn this season kind of around because, yeah, we do have a good record. We are in the playoffs as of right now. But we could definitely be doing a lot better. Man, so let's get into this gameplay, man. I don't know why they got that's DH. But still, why do they have Travis Shaw on the bench? Oh, it's probably because I have Hernan Perez in there. Asan Diaz is probably going to move to the bench. Let's move this around. Travis Shaw is going to go to third base. I don't know why they have this, but let's see. Hernan Perez. Let's see. Hernan Perez will go there. So, man, let's just get into some gameplay, man. We're going up against the Cubs. This is, like I said, this is a swing series. We got to win here, man. Let's just get into some gameplay. Let's go. One person I love facing every time I play the Cubs is Kyle Hendricks. He's a good pitcher, 1.21 whip on the year, 4.14 ERA, 8.5. But the ball just comes out of his hands so smooth. He doesn't have an overpowering fastball. His curveball is actually pretty good. You have to wait on it quite a bit. It does throw you off, but it's easy to see the ball out of his hands. So we're going up against him this game, and Travis Shaw starts out the game with a hit down the line, and Franklin Gutierrez with a hit up the middle brings him in. So we grab the early 1-0 lead here at Wrigley Field. And next up is Jock Peterson. I love having the two power guys, 3 and 4, both tops in the NL. I mean, right now Jock Peterson is actually second in the NL in home runs, and right away he hits a missile to center, but that's right to the center fielder, Souza Jr. So they have 2 outs here, and Lewis Brinson comes up and he gets a hanger right over the middle of the plate, and Lewis Brinson is going to hustle into second with a double. So now we got guys in scoring position, and we got a chance to take a 3-0 lead here in this first inning. And Thames comes up and hits a grounder. Addison Russell throws him out. So we do get 1 run here in the first inning. But on the mound for us, we have Lance McCullers once again. 1.26 whip. We're going to try to get him a win here on the road. And Lance McCullers is looking good in this game early. He gets an early ground out. Jason Hayward and Anthony Rizzo hits one down the line. He's batting second for them. He hits a rope down the line, and Brinson's going to get this and come up firing to third base. So they're going to have a guy on second base early in this game. So now they have Chris Bryant himself coming up, the all-star, the MVP, but he strikes out on some high heat there, and Schwarber comes up and gets a base hit. Jock Peterson's going to feel this one, come up throwing, and that's the thing that we've been missing in center field. Brinson just doesn't have the arm, but Jock Peterson is showing that he is an all-around guy. He doesn't just hit for power. He plays defense. He has a good arm in center. So here in the second inning, Lance McCullers is going to bunt Arcia over after the base hit, and Hernan Perez is going to come up, and he's going to beat this out. He's got that speed. Look at that. He was hustling there. So we got runners on the corners here, and hopefully we can get a run in. And Travis Shaw hits a missile right at Baez, though. He snags it, and we almost get another opportunity to score another run there. But Lance McCullers here, he's dealing early in this game. He's getting him to strike out 2 batters on 2 curveballs in the dirt. That's Baez there. So now we're on to the third inning here, and Franklin Gutierrez hits a ball up the middle, but he gets robbed. What a great play by Addison Russell there. And Jock Peterson comes up next, and he hits a great hit. I mean, the Cubs are so good on defense. If you don't hit the ball hard, if you don't hit the ball in the gaps, you're not going to get much. But here, this one squeaks through in the 4th inning. Eric Thames gets on first to start out this inning with no outs. And Tucker Barnhart hits a little dribbler back to the pitcher. They try to turn 2, but Barnhart's going to beat this one out. So now we have a guy on first, 1 out. And Orlando Arcia hits one down the line, and Chris Bryant cannot throw him out at first. So now we got guys on first and second, and we have the pitcher, Lance McCullers, coming up. We're going to bunt. We always bunt with the pitcher. But look at what Rizzo does. He tries to dive after the pitcher. He misses him, so he's going to be awarded with the error here. He can't believe it. And Hernan Perez is going to wait on another hanger over the middle of the plate, and he's going to drive in a run. That ball is going to get back to the backstop, but I can't get him in on time because I don't notice that he's going to be – that throw is going to be offline. So now Travis Shaw gets up next, and he gets a pop fly to center. That's going to be deep enough to bring in Arcia from third. So we do take the early 3-0 lead, and Franklin Gutierrez comes up next, but he can't do anything there. He lines out to right field, but it helps to have Lance McCullers on the mound dealing, and Jock Peterson shows why he has power.
A swing and a high drive to right center field. Hayward looks up. Out of here. A solo shot, and they add another.
Yo, I'm so impressed with that swing, because if you look at where that ball is located, that ball was located on the lower half, on the outside corner of the plate, and he absolutely crushes it to right center. And I can tell I'm going to have fun with having Franklin Gutierrez and Jock Peterson back to back, especially with the power that they bring. It's going to be a lot of fun to swing with them. So they're forced to bring in Mike Montgomery, because after that they can't keep him in the game too long. And Lewis Brinson's going to come up next, and he's going to hit one deep to right center, almost to the same exact spot, but it's not going to be deep enough. So Eric Thames is going to come up, and he's going to hit a liner down the right field line. He's going to crush that one. He's going to slide into second with a double. It's good to see Eric Thames back in the lineup. I was missing him for a few games. Now he's back off the DL, but Arcia comes up next, and he cannot catch up to some inside heat. But Lance McCullers is dealing in this game. I mean, he only gave up 2 hits through 6 2/3 innings, and the Cubs bring in Fernando Rodriguez in relief, and he's facing Jock Peterson once again.
Oh, this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run.
Jock Peterson, I'm so glad I made that trade. This is going to be fun, man. This guy just hit a laser out of here in the deep part of right field, too, for his 30th home run of the season. Remember, he was second in the NL coming into this game. He took over the crown after this one, but Lance McCullers is finally getting into a little bit of trouble here in the 7th. He walks the first guy. He gets Chris Bryant to strike out, but Schwarber's up to bat, and he throws one in the dirt. So now they got a guy on second here with 1 out, and we walk Schwarber. So now they have a guy on first and second here in the 7th, but we get a little dribbler out. So we got 2 outs here. Lance McCullers has a chance to get out of this, and Baez, he walks him. So I am forced to make a move here. So I bring in Corey Knebel out of the bullpen, because he's all reliable for me, our best reliever, and he's facing a bases loaded jam, and he gets out of it on the high heat. So they bring in Casey Fiend to relief pitch, and this time he's facing Franklin Gutierrez.
High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And it's gone into the bleachers.
Franklin Gutierrez, Jock Peterson, they're dropping bombs on Wrigley this game. We're coming in here. We're making a statement. Lance McCullers on the mound, only giving up 2 hits. Franklin Gutierrez with a home run. Jock Peterson with 2 home runs. We're coming in here making a statement. Hopefully we build off of that. And Jock Peterson comes up next with another opportunity to hit one, but this one's off the ivy. He's hit the ball hard every time he's been up this game, and he slides into second with a double. What a big game he's having here. And Brinson comes up next with a chance to drive him in, but he pops out to the second baseman. So another home run here from our 3 and 4 guys. So we're on to the 9th inning here, and Schwarber comes up and he hits one, but this is going to be a little too late. They get 1 run, but we already have 6, so this means nothing in the grand scheme of things. And we eventually get out of here. We get Souza to strike out swinging, and Lance McCullers gets the win. He strikes out 9, only gives up 2 hits. Jock Peterson with 2 home runs. He's the player of the game. Everybody hit the ball well this game. So we're making a statement to the Cubs. Hit subscribe. Hit that like button. We'll be back for the next episode.